Hey guys, what is going on? It is Kai here, and on behalf of myself and Marco, I do just want to say a massive thank you for joining Product Hook. The guys that are watching this video, you're going to be one of the first group of people to go through Product Hook and experience what we've built already, and so we're really excited on what your guys' thoughts are going to be. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the information you're going to be getting and how you're going to be using it, right? So I'm just going to jump in to the membership site. This is what you're going to be getting access to very shortly. And so I'm going to go over and we'll just go to an example product over here. We'll go for this one here because I think we've already got this one in the sample store, this dog product. But what we'll do is we'll go and get this portable dehumidifier, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to give you a ton of information. So as you can see, we're giving you the link to our preferred supplier, the recommended selling price. There's a typo there, don't worry about that, we'll fix that up. We're giving you a page title, an optimized title, a bunch of tags, and then a bunch of important optimization that you're going to be utilizing inside the Google Shopping Feed app. We're also going to give you a description, and then a guarantee, which we always recommend to have on your store beneath your description, right? And then obviously you can have reviews and stuff like that also to increase your conversion rates. But what I'm going to jump into is I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to go ahead and get this information that we've provided you here and how you're going to go ahead and put that into your store. So if you're using Oberlo or Dropify, it's going to be super simple. All you're going to have to do is go and open this link in a new tab. And then once we jump over into that new tab, we're going to be able to see that this is the product that we want to sell, right? So at the moment, it's a white and blue color, and then we can see there's a bunch of variants. Depending on where you're selling, you're going to choose the appropriate one, right? So for us, for a lot of our people that are going to be joining Product Hook, you're going to notice that you're probably going to choose the US plug because you're only selling to the US audience, right? So super simple. We'll edit that later on in Oberlo or Dropify. Hopefully you're familiar with those two importing tools. So what I'm using is Oberlo at the moment, so I'm just going to go and click on this bottom right hand thing to import it into Oberlo. I haven't logged into Oberlo yet, so I'm going to try and jump over into my store, and then I will open up Oberlo, and then hopefully that fixes the issue up. Cool. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go and retry, so I'm going to go wait for Oberlo to load, and then I'm going to go click on this little blue tab. I'm going to open it up in my import list. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you how I would go ahead and edit this particular product, right? So, as I said, we're giving you a lot of information here. You're going to be able to go ahead and input some of this information in Oberlo. Some of the information in here you're going to want to edit later on in Shopify and the application, right? So the information that I would edit in Oberlo, I always do this, is I go ahead and I want to jump over into here. As you can see, this is just a test store that we've done a bit of sales on, but not too many. We're just doing a few little tests, but as you can see here, we're back on the product, and so we can see that we've got this massive title. We've got a pretty bad description that's got, full of fluff. We've got some variants in here. Like I said, we're going to want to choose the appropriate ones, and then we've got some images, right? So what I would do here is I would literally go ahead and I would choose the variants that are applicable to us. So I just want to sell the US ones right now. And if you can see that we go back to our membership site, you can see that we're selling it for $64.99. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to jump over here and then put in here $64.99 on this top one. And then the compared app price, so the price that we like to put as like a sales psychology price, like it was this price, but now it's $64.99. We're going to set that at $94.99. So we're just doing that, guys, just for a bit of sales psychology, so that people do see that it was a little bit of a higher price. We've decreased the price because it's on sale. And so we do like to do this for some of our products, not all of our products, but for most of the ones, we're going to give you that option. We're going to give you that price that we would put at the sale price, so you guys can go and use that as an optional thing. What I'll do next is I'll go ahead and add the images that I think would be relatively good. In my opinion, I think all of these are okay. I don't think they're too bad. What I will do in Shopify is I'll probably remove this little red watermark thing. I'll show you how to do that because that's important. You don't want to have this little red mark on there. But everything else seems to be okay in that aspect. I'm going to jump over to description. We've got rid of that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go ahead and I'm going to grab this title here. So you can see this title that I've just copied is the exact same as this one here. I'm just copying this one here because it's a little bit easier. So I'll jump back over into Oberlo and I'll change this big title over into a nice, neat and short title, right? So now that I've done all of that, that's the only information I'm going to want to change. Everything else we'll do it inside of Shopify. So I'm going to go and import this into my store. I'm going to wait for it to load, and then I'm going to click Edit Product on Shopify. Now that it's done that, what we're going to do is we're going to wait and see what it loads up with. Cool. So now what we're going to do is, one of the first things is I'll probably go ahead and copy the description, right? So we've got a really nice description here, guys. It is a pretty basic description, but it will work. I've used these descriptions, just, super simple, concise, and getting to the point of what the product is, what it does, and its features and its benefits. I want you to use this as a foundation, right? So me and Marco have obviously gone ahead and given you the stuff that you can use as a foundation, but I never want you to stop optimizing the information that we give you. You can always make the information we give you a lot better. So this is how you guys are going to separate yourself from your competitors. You're going to be able to make better descriptions. You're going to be able to do more optimization as you get sales on particular products. You're going to be able to do a lot of optimization inside your Google Ads account as well. But in terms of the content that's on your site and the theme and the product pages, you can always optimize them to be better than what we give you. We're just giving you the foundation that we think will be able to pick you up, get some sales, and then you can move on from there and start getting some better results with like a bit of different content that you can do yourself or with your VAs, stuff like that. But I'll jump back over into our Shopify store, and then I'll go into here and paste this description that we have in here. What you'll notice is that our guarantee down the bottom, there's a few placeholders, right? So you can see there's a placeholder here and there's a placeholder here in the email. You'll want to make sure you change those. Obviously, you don't want to have at store name on your site. You want to make sure that store name in the email for support is correct. Also, if you have a phone number, you can add it in there as well by saying, or contact us at blah, blah, blah. And then they can ring you, leave a voicemail or whatever it might be. And so now that we've done that, what I'm going to go ahead and do is click on save, head back over to our membership site. I'm going to grab some of these tags. So you can see some of these tags. I'm just going to go ahead and copy all of them, head back into here, go to the tag section, and then copy that and then click add to humidifier and 12 other tags. That's going to add all my tags at once. Super simple, nice and easy for you guys. And I'll explain why we're adding all of this stuff just in a second. The main point I just want to get across is where this information is going to be going, and then I'll explain why we're doing that. But as you can see, the SEO optimized title is the second thing we're going to be putting in here. So we'll jump back, we'll control copy that. We'll head down, we'll scroll down to the bottom, guys, and click on Edit Website SEO. We're going to put this long title in this section here. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to copy this one again. So this one here is the same one as this big long one up here. So I can copy either of them. And then I'll copy it. And you can see it's got URL handle, guys. So what I'm going to do is this is going to be the URL handle. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that and then paste in this. And then I'll click on Save. So I'm going to go over what I've just done there super quickly so you guys know what I've done. So what I've done is I've essentially gone and got this short title. So I call this the short title. It's a product page title and URL handle. That one is going to go in this top section up here, in the very top section. This is a product page title. I like to call it the short title. And then this is also the URL handle. So the short title and the URL handle are the same. You put them in these sections respectively. And then for the long SEO title, which is called the page title, otherwise known as like the meta title, this is what's in this section here. So we've got our SEO optimized title. This is our long title. That's what I like to call it. I call it the long title, optimized title, page title, SEO, meta title, whatever you want to call it. That goes in this section here, right? So the reason we're doing that is, imagine for a second someone goes onto your website and they see this massive title just with a lot of random keywords just bunched up, and it's going to look a bit unprofessional, right? So we want our short title when people come to our website to look professional, neat, concise, and just to the point of what it is. Relatively short as well. This long one down the bottom, on the other hand, we want to pack it with as many related keywords and search queries as possible, so that when people search up these particular phrases, they do come up, our ad does come up on Google, right? So we don't really care how the title looks on Google. We just want our product ad to come up as much as possible. And so that's why we're stacking in as many keywords as possible, while still trying to have it make sense in some sort of way. Not as much sense as this first one. This one has to make complete sense, in my opinion. This bottom one down here can be a little bit mumble jumble. We're just stacking as many keywords as possible so that we have as many search queries reachable as possible. So the meta description will usually just fill in automatically. That'll just most likely be what you've got in here. You will have to go ahead and maybe go ahead and paragraph this so it looks a little bit neater. So I'm just going to go ahead and paragraph it so it just looks a little bit more professional. You want to make sure you do this. Sometimes when you copy paste from certain websites or whatever, it will go ahead and make the paragraphing all out of whack. So you just want to make sure that you do go ahead and re-paragraph it nicely so it does look nice and professional. At the end of the day, guys, the more professional that your page looks in terms of the formatting and also the images and your offer as well that you present, the better you're going to get in terms of conversions. So it's super important you're doing that sort of stuff. And then now that we've done all of this, so we've done the supply link, we've imported it, we've got our pricing, we've got our short title, our long title, our tags. Now we're going to head to one of the most important things, which is the Google Shopping Feed app. I'm not sure which one you guys use. I would definitely recommend to use this one here that has a blue icon with a blue G. It's by a company called Simprocess Infomedia, I think, something like that. They're the one that me and Marco always use. They're super good. The app's super simple to navigate. And in my opinion, it's just the easiest out of them all. So what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and change a few of these sections in here. So we can see that this product title is it's loaded in the short title. Now that's incorrect. We don't want it to show up the short title. We want this one to show up the long title. So what you can do is you can either go ahead and copy the SEO optimized title from there, or you can go ahead and sync it from Shopify and it'll reload it and then put in the long title. I just like to go ahead and copy the long title and then click on the green check symbol there. And then what we'll see is we scroll down, we've got these sections down here, and these sections we've already provided you in our opinion, these are the ones that we would use, these inputs we would use on our store. So we've got adult, unisex, new, and then we've got a category down here for dehumidifiers. So I'm going to go ahead in this category, put dehumidifiers, and then click on that option there. And then it was new, adult, and then unisex. And then we're going to scroll down and click on update product. Now that it's updated the product, it's going to go and go into a blue up here. So you want to click on this little link here that says you can publish this product to all active shopping channels to view the results. We click on this little blue link there, and then once it reloads and it refreshes and it syncs with Google Merchant Center, it'll turn into a green saying something like this product is now ready to be used in active shopping campaigns. So you just want to wait until you get a green notification that it's all gone through. And now that is all done, right? So now what you've got is you've got a brand new product that we've found for you inside of Merchant Center. It'll obviously load into Merchant Center in the next couple of hours. And then it will load into your Google Shopping ad campaign that we've already set up. If you haven't set that up yet, don't worry. That'll probably be one of the next videos that I'm going to make. But this is the first video explaining how this content is important and where you're going to be putting it. So aside from that, I'm pretty much done everything I'm pretty sure in explaining. The reason that we do all of these things, guys, is to give ourselves the best opportunity. So a lot of people nowadays will just upload a short, like just a product from AliExpress. They'll put like a few keywords into the title and that's it. They won't go to the in depth. And they won't add all this extra optimization that we like to do to give the products the best chance of success, right? So the pricing that we've got has been optimized in terms of like the competition. We've looked at what that competition is selling at, what products they're selling and how they're going. We've looked at we've researched ourselves the most popular keywords for the particular item. And these are the main keywords that are tags. We've gone ahead and made an optimized title for you guys. We've gone ahead and done all the research in terms of the Google Shopping Feed application. We've written a description that has the most common tags, the most common main keywords in there. We've done all of this for you guys, and so we're doing this because we want to give you the best chance possible to really start getting some sales on Google Shopping ads. It's not that hard, guys, to be able to succeed with Google Shopping ads. Just making sure that you're doing the little things right, because these little things, all these little optimization tips that we're including in Product Hook, the things that we really do think make a big difference at the end of the day. And if you're not doing that, it's going to make a massive difference on your results. You guys might not have been doing any of this stuff, and now you're noticing that, oh, holy moly, like this is what I need to be doing. A lot of people don't go over these tags and stuff like that. The other thing that I do recommend you do is to go ahead and just grab one of these. Usually I grab the most broad one, so dehumidifier, the most popular one, and then I'll go ahead and click on this little alt text tag. So it's got edit alt text, and what I'll usually do is I'll go ahead and then do that. So that's an extra step you can do. I always do that personally. I use an application called SEO Manager to do it bulk instead of having to do this one by one. There's an application called SEO Manager where you can add in alt text by bulk, which is a lot quicker. And as I said, I do want to get rid of this red circle here. So if you guys aren't familiar with Shopify, you can click on this little pen, click on draw, click on the white thing, and then white this out. Basically, that's what I would do. In my opinion, I'll get rid of that. It doesn't look too nice. It looks a bit, illegitimate. It doesn't look, it looks tacky. Makes the site look a little bit less legitimate. So I'll cross that out, and then I'll click on save or done, and then save, and then that'll save that. And then what you'll also notice, guys, is that on Product Hook, we've gone ahead and given you an application that may not be on the AliExpress listing. So what you want to do is super simple. Just copy that onto your computer, head back over into the store, and then drag it in there. And then keep in mind, guys, this first image here is the one that's going to be shown on Google. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and grab this one that we've made and then put that onto there. This image will be the one that's shown on Google. Sometimes what I like to do, just in case, you need to resync it with Merchant Center. So I will go and click on Sync from Shopify, and then I'll sync it. And then what it'll do is it'll reload everything that's on the products page within Shopify, and then it will go ahead and change the image. Hopefully down the bottom we'll see that it's changed, and then we'll click on the blue thing again just to resync it with the Merchant Center account that we have set up, and then hopefully it'll reload and turn to a green, and then it'll say thank you. It's going to be synced with all the shopping campaigns that you've got running. And so that's what's happened, and that's awesome. So as you can see, guys, it's a pretty simple process. We've provided everything for you guys in terms of what you need to put into your store. In the future, me and Marco are working on this, not as we speak, but we're going to be planning it shortly. You're going to be able to just put in your store URL. So you'll just put in your store URL for your Shopify store, and then you'll click on one button, and then it'll automatically upload everything that we've got here already into your store. So you won't have to worry about copy pasting all that stuff, which is going to be super helpful. Just keep in mind, this is literally the initial launch of Product Hook, guys. And so there is a lot more. There is a lot more that's going to be coming in the future. You just have to be a little bit patient. This is the initial launch, the initial membership site. It's not pretty. It doesn't look that good, but the content on here is what's most important. If you guys stick around, whether you've got the monthly membership or the lifetime access, you're going to be seeing some dramatic changes in the next few months. We're going to be getting some software developers inside of Product Hook, and hopefully setting up some custom back-end system for us. So at the moment, this is what you've got to work with. The content is what is important, and what we keep, what we take most of our pride in. The way that we deliver the content at the moment isn't as important as the content itself, we think. And so if you guys have any questions, you can literally click this get support button at the top, email us, let us know what your issue is, and either myself, Marco, or a team member will get back to you with the best answer possible. So until the next video, guys, good luck, and hopefully you understand everything, and we'll chat then. Cheers.